So remember that Baller Classic that we looked at recently that had no tuning parts, and yet I managed to make a video making 2 completely different builds? Well, it's time for one of those again, because we have the Pincho. That's right, the Pincho. It sort of reminds me of like a Ford Festiva. It's also definitely got a little bit of like a Korean Super Mini style look in here. A little bit of K-Car, a little bit of Monica in my life. Whatever the lyrics are to that song. It's a very weird car. It has no tuning parts. It says it does. I mean, if we go to menus mod and we go to here, we go to menus customs, it says we have some tuning parts. They actually don't do anything. There's nothing there exactly. The only thing that it can do is get rid of the bonnet for some reason. But I wanted to utilize this same thing, just using paint, suspension, wheel sizing, wheel positioning, and wheel design. Why would there just be 2 supercars like that parked next to each other? In fact, what is it with GTA? Why is it that as soon as you see one car, it's always the same thing? There is just a car park here full of Karen RJ, whatever these are called, absolutely full of them, and then just 2 McLarens. Logic. Anyway, I'm going to be using the small amount of things just to try and make some varied looking builds with this cool little car. So let's just pull up over here. Don't think we've ever modified a car in front of the church before. Let's do that. So here is the little Pincho that I am currently indicating left in today. And it is a Vapid Pincho, so I guess it is supposed to be like a Ford Festiva or something like that. It's got some cool little plastic details. It does look very sort of late 80s, early 90s in its styling. We've got this sort of like plastic strip on the bumper. I do like all this stuff. I like a bit of plastic striping and plastic bumpers and all that sort of stuff. This thing, it appeals to me greatly. I love it. The interior is pretty simple. It's actually quite modern looking for what it is. It's also got the exact same surround as what we had on the Nebula, and it does actually say Pincho on there. That's a nice little detail. Actually says Pincho on the dials. Very cool. And I don't know if this mod maker is going to be making any parts for this or anything like that. If they do, I will do another video on this. But for now, I'm just going to go to menus mod. I'm going to go to vehicle options. I'm going to go to menus customs. And this first one, I'm going to try and do like a crazy stance build. Why not? So let's go to wheels. Let's go to sports. Let's see what sort of wheels we've got in here. These are all absolutely crazy wheels. They're going to look great on this. Oh, actually, these mini lights suit it quite nicely. Don't think we're going to get a... Oh, actually, oh, 3 spokes. 3 spokes on mini lights. I mean, I have definitely done more 3 spokes than mini light builds, so I'm going to use mini lights for this one. Not sure on the color yet. Maybe I'll set those to ooh, I don't know, carbon black, or maybe like a black steel or stone silver, a little bit brighter. We'll go for the windows and we'll go for a full-on tint. That's looking pretty good. Full-on tint, looking very gangster. And then we have no extras. Let's get a turbo. Let's just add that anyway. Go to paints. Go to primary, and I want to go for metallic. I want to just make this look like it's been properly blinged up. A nice full respray in a fancy flip style color. Ooh, look at that Cabernet red. That's nice. But I was thinking perhaps a little bit more brash, a little bit more out there. What if I did this blue and then I did a pearlescent in like a red or something? Hang on, what about maybe a red on blue? That's quite a subtle look, actually. It's just got a little bit of bright blue in there. It's not anything too mad. If we're going for the slate blue, actually, it sort of adds like a little pink flip to it. Yeah, we'll go for that. It's like a red with a little bit of a pink flip. And then we'll go to V-Stancer, and the first thing I want to do is make these wheels smaller because they are way too big. If we're going to slam this car down, we've got to get this slammed on like 13s or 12s. I think these are going to simulate 12s quite nicely. We'll get those pretty wide. I'm going to go for that that K-car style, you know the one. I'll tell you what, if we had some Bosasaku parts for this, that would be amazing. And let's just go for some visual lowering on this one. We'll bring that all the way down there. Let's just get some rear camber. Like that. And we'll bring that down just a little bit more. Like that. That's looking pretty nice. And then on the front, definitely got like a flat look on that front arch. If we camber that in, as you ever get the camber in, that's going to suit it just fine. Maybe we'll even be able to drop the height just a little bit, just so we can get a bit of front rake going on. That is looking pretty slick. I mean, the colour's actually not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. I will be honest. It is actually quite subtle. Maybe too subtle. Okay, how about that then? I went for the bright cyan and then I went for like a yellow flip. I just wanted to go for something crazy to try and make this stand out. But there we have a proper slammed and cambered little Pincho. Very cool. Again, we need more little cool cars like this. I like little cars. Oh, got a nice little... It sneezed. Oh, how cute. Oh, bless you. Right, let's just stop it sneezing, because I want to now make an off-road one. As is the usual go-to on this channel. One slammed, one off-roader. Let's go. But this one is going to be a case of going to my dirt level. I'm going to crank that all the way up. As I always do with these off-roaders. Got to make them look like they've been off-road. Let's go for a worn colour this time. Tell you what, these colours actually suit it really nicely for just stock colours. These colours are great. I actually love just how understated something like that shadow silver is. It's dirty. It just looks like it's just a cheap runabout car. It's dirty. There's nothing stand out about it. This is going to be complete opposite in a way. Completely not stand out. If that one there, it does actually look quite cool. If that is the standout one, this is going to be the not so standout one. So let's go to wheels, let's go to off-road, let's go for the usual go-to. I do love these off-roader wheels. Or I can just go for these. These have sort of just got a regular sort of steel wheel look, but they've also got these knobbly bits. But maybe that's a bit too much for this car. We always go back to these ones. These are tried and tested. We'll make those in a slightly darker colour. Black steel, why not? And I want to make these wheels, or trying to make these wheels bigger. If we went smaller with the other ones, I'm going to make these ones bigger. I think that's perhaps as big as we're going to get it without it looking stupid though. Let's get those a little bit wider right there. Let's get a suspension menu. And I'm going to raise it just a little bit. Bring those out. Like that. It's a little bit quaint. This is a little bit understated. I think the change on this one is not so grand compared to what we had with this one right here. I'm actually really starting to warm towards this right now. I really wish we had some tuning parts. Just some little extra bits that we can add to really make it our own. But it's surprising how much you can change a car just with paint, wheels, suspension. It can completely change the look of a car. I've always bought into this mindset, and I think that the videos that I do that are like this proves it perfectly. Get a load of these two cars. Exact same car, exact same parts, only those subtle differences. Right, I think that's going to be it. It's just a quick video. I just wanted, again, to show this really cool little car. Another law-friendly car. It's just a shame that some of these don't have tuning parts, but they are still very much cool and worth showing off. To be honest, I want to get back into this thing. I actually love it. I've really grown to love this little thing. It's so cute and awesome. Well, there we go, guys. That's it. Let me know out of the two which one you preferred. If you've got all the way to the end of this video, you can say... Oh, we've got so many words to pick from. What can someone say if they've seen the entirety of this video? To be honest, this video is not that long, which, so I imagine, hopefully, a lot of you have got to the end. You can say sequel in the comment section below, because I'm hoping we can get a sequel of this one day with tuning parts. Let's hope. But there we go. That's it. Just a short one. Just a nice, quick, sweet video for you guys. Hope you have all had an amazing day today. Hope you continue to have a great rest of the day for those of you that have a rest of the day, and otherwise have an enjoyable night if you're winding down watching these videos. And also, if you still have some time left, I do have another video on my second channel where I drive a go-kart around Tokyo. That's in real life, not in a game, that's real life. It was some old footage I had from last year. I found it again, I've put it online. You can go check that out, there'll be a link for that in the video description. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!